Right, welcome back to another video, and the second of my re-upload videos. This one is about the Napoleon Hill classic Think and Grow Rich. This one was filmed 3 years ago, literally 3 years ago, November 2017 I think it was. I've got fond memories of this time, I really do. There's a point in this video where I do actually say how I felt a bit low on energy the morning of this filming. But overall, I remember I was feeling really good at this time, and there were reasons for that. As I mentioned in last week's video, when I did the first video I ever did, I was feeling pretty low at the time. I was feeling I didn't know where I was in life, didn't know where I was going, I didn't really have any direction. And then I started my music review channel very shortly after that, Free to Be Who I Be, and by the time I put out this video, I'd already done a couple of reviews and obviously the first part, and I'd already started getting views and positive feedback from people, which was really cool. It was really nice to have some direction in life. I remember feeling energized all the time because I was having ideas. I think you know what it's like when you just lay dormant for a while. You've just got nothing, you've got no energy, but then when you suddenly come up with an idea or something to do, you suddenly got all this extra energy and you feel you got all these ideas that start coming in. So actually there's another video that I want to do actually that's just reminded me of the fact that it's not lack of ideas that most people are lacking, it's the ability to do something about those ideas. But anyway, that's another video. But yeah, with this video I really felt good around this time. I felt like I was onto something. I was just starting to get the format of my videos sorted out. I was starting to work out how I was going to fit my humour in with these sort of these themes, these more serious themes that I was talking about, and it was starting to work. I kind of liked it. I liked working out how I was going to do the transition shots, and basically how I kind of went on to do the videos that I now do. I think in many ways what happened for me in this video ultimately reflects to a certain extent what Think and Grow Rich is about, and that's knowing what you want and going for it. The book was originally, I think, written for like salesmen, for helping them get better sales, but it's gone on to be much more than that. I think whatever you deem to be rich, I think that can be whatever it is that you want, whether it be artistic or whether it be physical, whatever it is that you're looking for in life, whatever goal you have. A lot of what's in this book can be applied to that. I think there's a lot of great practical knowledge in Think and Grow Rich, unlike books like The Secret, which are all, just think positively and good things will happen. I think that is definitely an element of it, but it misses out the point where you have to work really hard to also get to it. Coming up with an idea is one thing, putting out intention to the cosmos, so to speak, is another part of it, but you also have to work towards the goal as well. So essentially, if you know what, I think the hardest thing in life is knowing what you actually want. You know what I mean? I think that's where so many of us get lost. That's where so many of us fall into those little chasms of addiction and depression and all the rest of it, because we don't actually necessarily know what it is we want from life. And I think that's what I got out of the book. I never saw it as seeking riches. I've always found people, not all, but I've always found the idea of seeking financial reward to be somewhat hollow. I don't know, it doesn't seem satisfying to me. I know a lot of people who have a lot of money, and I don't particularly envy any of it, and I don't really respect, or it doesn't seem like a big, it doesn't seem like something I really want in my life, unless it was for something I was truly passionate about. You know what I mean? I also think a lot of this can be applied to the current situation. A lot of us in bad ways at the moment. The world is in a crazy state right now. But I don't think that should put you off. I highly recommend that you read this book. Watch the video first. There's a lot to be taken from this book, because basically it's very easy to put up barriers, and the way the world is going at the moment, it's even easier to do that. But there's always opportunities everywhere. You just have to be creative with it. And like I said, a huge part of it is knowing what you want in life. That's the main thing. So think about what it is that you want and just start doing it. I've talked about this sort of thing before, but don't let your age, your physical limitations, or whatever it is that you've got going in your way. Maybe some of you lost your jobs right now. It's very easy to fall into dark patterns, but maybe now you've got some time to do some other things. Really, when you look at it, the only real wealth that we have is time. You know what I mean? Anything else can be, you know, as long as you're still here, you're still in with a shot. So now, originally this video was 2 parts because I wasn't sure how to do the long format videos back then, but seeing as I've put out so many long-winded videos at this point, it made sense to just put all of it in one video. So we're going to get into that in a second, but I'm starting to ramble on again now. We're going to go now to the old video of Think and Grow Rich, which I filmed about 3 years ago. Oh, God, enjoy. I went on again.
Welcome to episode 2 of Positive Mental Attitude. I'm free to be who I be. This is a cup of Joe, and we're about to tap into the infinite intelligence as we take a closer look at the Napoleon Hill classic, Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich was written in 1937 by Napoleon Hill, and it's widely regarded, along with Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People, to be one of the first self-help books. And though there's been many more since, this is regarded as one of the best. And there's a reason for that, because it's full of practical knowledge. A lot of the other self-help books are shit language, whereas Think and Grow Rich, as I said, is full of practical knowledge that you can apply to your life. And scene. To be able to write the book, Napoleon Hill interviewed many of the most successful entrepreneurs of his age, and through doing so, he was able to establish a certain amount of similarities between all of them and compile them into a book as to what he thought were the essential factors to leading a successful life. It's not just about business. It's not just about sales. It's about being positive and being able to apply that to your life in general, whatever it is you choose to do. Or at least that's what it's gone on to become. Transition. I'm going to explore 11 key points from the book, and that's the ones that just stuck out to me. Now, this may turn into a 2-part. This might be a 2-part video, because it might be that there's too much to put into one video, and it gets me extra content. But what I would advise is for anyone who does stumble upon this video and who is interested in it, go out and buy the book yourself. I'll put a link in the description. You can find it there. I urge you to buy this book. Now, the first thing I want to look at is Definiteness of Purpose. And this is a huge one, because so many of us don't actually know what it is we want from life. But if you did, if you could work that out, the rest of it kind of falls into place. Because if you know what it is you want, if you know what the destination is, then it's just about getting there. So spend some time thinking about what it is. Why did I do that? Spend some time thinking about what it is that you actually enjoy doing. What is it you want from life? What is it you really want to do? And then just start taking steps going there. I think you'll find this next bit pretty interesting. Use applied faith. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So, now you've worked out what it is that you want to do in life. Now, you have to believe you can achieve it. Because if you don't think you can achieve it, you won't. You've already lost. You've already failed before you've started. So now that you know what it is you want, go for it and believe wholeheartedly that you can achieve it. Go the extra mile. Now, Napoleon Hill puts this down as render more and better service than you are paid for. And there's a lot of truth to this. It's very easy to fall in the trap of, why should I do this? Why should I do that? What do I get out of it? Well, I should be paid more. I should be doing... Very understandable. But essentially, unless you go the extra mile, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to be any better than anyone else. The path is less cluttered on the extra mile. The mile is... There's a cluttered mile. There's some miles. Do a mile. Oh, dreadful. Learn from adversity and defeat. Now, this isn't just in this book. Many of my favourite artists, musicians, authors, actors, whatever it may be, one recurring theme is learning from failure. You try things, you fall down, you get back up again. Now, this is where most people come unstuck, because they try something, it doesn't work out, and they immediately give up. They think, okay, well, I tried it, it didn't work. In order to get anywhere, you learn from the failures. There's always something to learn from it. Okay, you tried something, it didn't work out, but there's surely something from that you can apply to the next thing that you want to do. Or the same thing that you want to do, but just try again, just try it from a different approach. So learn from adversity and failure. Keep at it, keep going. To be away from people. Maintain sound health. Now, that's a very important one. Look at your diet and your exercise. Make sure you've got a good healthy diet and you exercise regularly. Part of the reason I'm going to call this series Rambling On, apart from the obvious, me rambling on, it gives me an excuse to do these videos and combine it with something I love, which is being out in nature and walking. This is one of the ways I keep fit. Like and subscribe now. Do it now. Exercise and diet instills a sense of discipline into your life, which will not just help with this subject but everything else. If you have the discipline to be able to take care of yourself physically, that'll help mentally, which will probably help spiritually and financially. This piece of dialogue links the past scene to the future scene. Budget your time and money. Now, being able to put yourself in a good position financially obviously has many benefits. Gives you an element of freedom as opposed to not having any money. But time, that's the biggest thing. That's all we have, really. When you spend your time unwisely, when you spend your time doing things you shouldn't be doing, you don't get that back. You can always make money back. You know, you can always, somebody rips you off, you lose money, there's a chance you can always make that money back. But once time's gone, it's gone. So if you want to do something, do it now. Don't put it off. Don't think about some excuse to do it tomorrow. Trust me, I very nearly didn't come out and do this video today. I was lying in bed this morning, feeling very tired, quite low, and would like nothing more than to have curled up in a ball and not done anything. But I managed to drag myself out, and quite frankly I feel all the better for it. So if there's something you want to do it, and do it now, because time's ebbing away and you don't get it back. Next scene. Create personal initiative. It is better to act on a plan that is still weak than to delay acting on a plan at all. So kind of like my last point, really. If there's something you want to do, maybe it is that you don't have everything in line yet. Maybe you don't have all the details that you need. Maybe you don't know exactly where it is you're going. If you're doing a vlog, if you're doing something With YouTube, maybe you don't have the right equipment, or you don't feel you've got the right equipment. I won't be able to do this until I've got the right lighting, until I've got the right camera set up, until I've got the right microphone. Well, just start with what you do have. Just get going. Just because I believe when you start something, there's an energy that comes along with that. There's a momentum that you create that you wouldn't otherwise by just sitting there and doing nothing. So get started. Just get started on whatever it is you want to do with whatever equipment it is that you have. Even if you don't know where it is you're going, just start, because you're far more likely to find the path by actually getting up and moving than just staying still. Build a positive mental attitude. The whole purpose of this in the first place. Your mental attitude is the only thing that you, and only you, have complete control over. Many things happen in life. A lot of times situations happen that you have absolutely no control over whatsoever, except the way you react to them. Now, this is something I need to work on myself. I do have a habit of things happening and not dealing with them necessarily the best way, but I do bounce back. I have gotten better at that over the years. Through realising that you can't control a situation, but you can control how you react to it. That's a huge, huge amount of power you get back into your life from doing that. And that's worth exploring, and that's worth doing. Rambling on. A positive mind finds the ways things can be done. A negative mind looks at all the ways it can't be done. It's very easy to fall into the negative side of things. It's also just as easy to look at the positive, really. It's just a choice. I've literally set this up just to do it as B-roll. Control your enthusiasm. When you have a huge amount of enthusiasm yourself, that translates to other people. If you're enthusiastic about what you do, if you're passionate about what you do, other people will see that. Not only does that help you, that helps other people. Chances are people want to help you on your journey when they see how enthusiastic you are about what you're doing. That's something I need to work on. Like and subscribe. Enforce self-discipline. It's the one thing that combines all of your efforts to controlling your mind, by being able to control yourself in different aspects of your life, whether it be doing what it is that you have to do regardless of what you want to do it or not. I think that's the definition of self-discipline. The act of doing what you need to do whether you feel like doing it or not, or thereabouts. If you can't control yourself, how do you expect to get anywhere in life? If you can't control what it is you're doing, then how do you expect to make anything happen? Philosophy! If you can master the art of self-discipline, then that's a huge amount of potential you're unlocking within yourself. Because if you can control yourself, and you can control the way you act to things, react to things, control the discipline that you have, you'll go far. God, that went on. That went on. That really went on. I'm not being funny, but you should really be liking and subscribing. Think accurately. Accurate thinkers allow no one to do their thinking for them. Now thoughts, much like words, have a huge amount of power. What you put out, you attract. So if you put out positive thoughts, positive things will most likely happen to you, or at least more likely to. You put out a lot of negativity, that's what you're going to get back. So if you know what it is that you want in life, if you believe that you can achieve that, put it out there to the universe. Put that thought out. Let that thought out loud that you can achieve something and that you're going to go for it. And it just might deliver. It does happen. There is abundance out there. You can have a successful and happy life. just have to believe you can get it. Go for it. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to put your intentions out into the universe and get what you want from life. Because what else is there? Get what you want from life. We've only got the one shot, depending on your beliefs. Maybe we have more, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy this particular go round. Mind blown. And that in a nutshell is why I'm doing this channel. I don't have all the answers at all, but I'm looking, and I'm hoping that you'll join me. And I'm hoping that through effort and community, a positive mental attitude is something that all of us can attain. And success and happiness in life is something that we can all attain. So if any of this didn't bore you, if any of this meant anything at all, like and subscribe, leave some comments, share, do whatever it is you do on YouTube, and join me for episode 3, where I think I'll be talking about maintaining health. I think that'll be a good one to go next. But a lot more episodes to come. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.